State. Obedient Movement in Delta State has declared that the All Progressive Congress cannot win any free and fair election in Nigeria, citing the party's poor national track record and growing public discontent. Speaking at a press conference held at Asaba in the weekend, chairman of the Delta Obedient Elders Council, Chief Chris Boyce, dismissed recent defection of some People's Democratic Party members into the APC in the state, saying the move would not affect the political dynamics in Delta. His words, "We are not bothered one bit about the fusion of PDP elements into APC. Their justification that this defection will foster development is hollow when viewed against APC's abysmal governance at the national level over the past decade." Boyce referenced the 2023 presidential election to reinforce his point, noting that Labour Party candidate Peter Obi secured a decisive lead in Delta State, winning 341,866 votes compared to Atiku Abubakar's 161,600 votes and Bola Tinubu's 90,183 votes. He accused the APC-led federal government of dragging Nigeria into economic collapse and heightening insecurity, describing the current administration as one sustained not by performance or by popular support, but by a narrow elite bent on consolidating power. What do you make of this statement?
First, the Obedient Movement just told the APC what they know is true. Because APC itself, as a political party, know that they cannot win election, any free and fair election in Nigeria after 2015. Because when they won election in 2015, they capitalized on some cheap blackmails and propaganda against the government of Goodluck Jonathan. They did a very intelligent work, to me. And I agree with them. So they pushed PDP and Jonathan aside. When PDP was being warned about what was coming to them from the merger of CPC and ACN, they never took this warning until it happened to them. And now APC has come to power. We saw the administration of Muhammadu Buhari and where it brought Nigeria that made us, you can just imagine, it was the pain of Buhari that made Nigerians who have been cold-feeted about Nigeria election came up to say, no, if we have seen this in Buhari's government, Buhari of APC, and he has also come to tell us that he has amended the Electoral Act, that now people's vote will count, blah, 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 blah. You know, all those deception. That made Nigerians to say, if truly my vote will count, I will come out. And they came out. And for the first time, apart from 1993 general election, June 12th general election, the next election that shook Nigeria was 2023 general election. You see how people came out en masse and they voted for their choice. Just look at the margin in Delta State, where the PDP running mate, presidential running mate, was the immediate past governor. Look at the surge that even the PDP, that the immediate past governor that was handing over to the incoming governor was presidential candidate, was coming distant second in Delta. Now, in Rivers State, I don't want to mention that here because it will trigger another, if I may say, argument. But let me leave it. But in Rivers State, being a notable, if I may say, participant to that election, we saw what happened. But at the end, Tinubu became president. And we know that from Tinubu's style of governance and Buhari's style of governance, Nigerians have moved from frying pan to fire. Now, how do you think that any reasonable Nigerian will still go and cast his vote for APC? Except for the political arithmetic that is ongoing now. Because I wouldn't want us to discuss it.
The coalition.
Not just coalition. No. The coalition to me is nothing. Because the coalition you are seeing now can't do anything to APC. Honestly. As it stands now, Tinubu will likely win 2027 election based on political arithmetic.
Based on what you're saying, the projections that...
Yes. So not because Okowa and Sheriff moved to APC. No.
That's Rufai.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Not because Okowa and Sheriff moved to APC. No. But I see that they are moving to APC is for them to have a soft landing.
Okay.
Now, will that bring a better governance to the Delta State? No. It will not bring even what Okowa came to say, that is just to make the state align with the central in order to attract development and blah. No. Because Okowa ruled for 8 good years under opposition.
There have been governors who fought sitting presidents to a standstill.
Yeah.
And they were still able.
They were still able. River State was one of them. River State was one of them.
And Goodluck had their squabble.
Yes. And yet Amechi was able to write his name on the marble.
Yes, Wike and Buhari had their own.
Yes, Wike wrote his name on the marble.
Rivers governors have a history of having issues with the center.
You know the reason.
And
the reason
they've always
is because
done
of
well,
the position
regardless.
they have held. The reason is because of their position in terms of national economy.
Yeah. And they've always, regardless of that, because on this Okowa issue statement, regardless of whatever, I mean, states generate their IGR as well. So if
their FAC, you know that Delta State at some point was having a larger FAC than River State.
Not forgetting 13% derivation fund. So they have a lot coming to them.
So Delta State has a lot coming to them. So Okowa's statement, I faulted it the very day he made that statement in the media. I faulted it. I said, no, Okowa is not sincere to the people. But we know why he was running, and I wouldn't want to come here now to begin to talk about it. Otherwise, they would tag me an activist and begin to...
No, it will be speculation.
So, no, not just speculation. We know it is there, and Okowa know that we know. So the statement of obedient movement is clear and simple, and every Nigerian know that this is the reality. If APC on a plain ground conduct election 100 times, they will fail 102 times.
In Delta State.
In Delta State and some other states in Nigeria, and presently too in the north.
Wow.
Presently in the north.
In the north. You can't, we'll still get to the north because now there are talks of Kwakwanso moving to...
The Kwankwasia movement?
No, Kwakwanso himself.
Okay.
There are talks about him moving to the APC, and Governor Yusuf has said wherever he goes that he will, and you're talking of Kano State. Kano State has the highest number of votes in Nigeria. You cannot, Kano State is pivotal. Win Kano State then, and the FCT, I think Supreme Court has dealt with the 25% FCT situation. And then you have states like River State. There are certain states that you have under your belt. You're very sure you're coasting to victory. And when you look at it, like you said, the political arithmetic, if you're looking at the handwriting on the wall, well, one would say APC is very strategic. While Labour Party, on the other hand, is busy fighting now, they have 3 factions. You have the Nenadi faction, the Nenadi Caretaker faction, you have Abure faction, and you have the Lamidia Papa, who has now come out on the ground that Supreme Court has removed Abure. So you now have 3 factions. So, and people are defecting from Labour Party to join the APC because, I mean, right now the center cannot hold for both PDP and Labour Party. And APC is having a very clear path, a very smooth ride to 2027 if care is not taken.
Do you know why I said that APC is doing fantastically well in this? I told you
in what exactly? Okay, yeah, in the strategy.
In this strategy, I told you in this studio that I salute greatness anywhere I find it. I don't care who carries it, whether you are my enemy or whatever. So what APC is doing now, to a very large extent, is fantastic. Because when you watch their strategic movement,
turning the country to one party,
without making noise,
and you can't find their finger
without making noise about it. I only faulted the presidential spokesman who will always come out to jump on people who talk against their government and things like that. To me, I felt that they are doing their job. Yes, but to me it is childish because they're supposed to have analyzed issues the way you do. Because I like your analysis sometimes. That's why when we quarrel, we settle. So now, you see how APC is simply moving the train. And anybody who thinks that his own vehicle is malfunctioning, we just jump out of the vehicle and join the moving train.
You want to join the one that you're sure that would take you to your destination.
And while I am not Nze Onze, the people's advocate, why I am not against this is because of what I am seeing ahead of time. Because sometime there was something that happened. You know, Bible said that the kingdom that fight against itself cannot stand. But I have seen that sometimes it is necessary to use the evil to fight evil.
Okay.
Yeah. As I told some, I think one of the media houses, I told them that you need cancer to cure cancer. So you need APC now to cure the real cancerous tendency that we have found in Nigeria. And why do we do that? Which is
what? What's the cancerous tendency?
Our Oga before call it APC. Say that APC is cancer, PDP is malaria, that is managing malaria. So you now see that you are now using the cancer of APC to cure the real cancer that is that Nigerians have found themselves into. So going through what Yusuf was saying, like I told you that somehow the North may not vote APC except the real things are being fixed, which you are seeing from the movement. Because as it stands now, it's still a speculation that Kwankwaso will move to APC. Right. And the governor have come to say that Kwankwaso is our leader. If he moves to any political party, we will follow him to that political party. Right. So if APC at the end of the day succeeds in winning Kwankwaso to themselves, you see that they have gotten Kano State. Right. And with FCT minister in FCT, definitely, because I don't see anybody who will challenge APC in FCT as it stands now. So definitely they will clear FCT, clear Kano. And from the little Owigiri that is being danced in Rivers politics today, you see that somehow APC might still take sway.
It's still APC.
So even though for now,
it's still
even though court is coming to say that Okocha shouldn't continue, blah blah blah.
No. An appeal court has overturned that.
Okay, fine.
An appeal court has overturned the ruling of the High Court.
Okay.
So now it's Okocha.
Okocha is standing now.
Yes.
So
pending unless that matter is appealed to Supreme Court and Supreme Court takes a different decision stance. Yeah. So now on to Osun State. You find Osun State story very interesting.
Representing people, Mr. President, my people are under siege.
I will place economic stability and confidence.
To condemn this and call for the immediate release of this minister in the temple of God.